trade accepted. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Colorado, so we are accepting your trade offer. Ladies and gentlemen, is a Seattle Storm Bear. Back where we rightfully belong, Stanley Cup champion. What's going on, guys? And welcome back to your not one, not two, not three, not even four, but 5-time Stanley Cup champions. You know what that means? Ty, the greater one, Ronning, has 5 Stanley Cup rings. He's got that thumb ring. Agent C's got 5. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we're back on top, back again, Stanley Cup champions. And guess who we beat out? Of course, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Man, these poor guys cannot catch a break. They have been in the Stanley Cup Finals 5 times in how many years? I think this is our 11th or our 12th year, and they've been in the Cup 5 times, and they can't pull the trigger. No wonder Steven Stamkos left at a 95 overall. Poor Victor Hedman, poor Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky can have all the Vezina trophies, Hedman can win all the Norrises, but it doesn't matter because we beat them out, I'm pretty sure 3 of the 5 times. So that is pretty cool. See you later, Tampa Bay. Thanks for coming out. Maybe we'll see you again next year. So I'm feeling pretty good right now because usually I'm pretty stressed. After winning a Stanley Cup, you got all these things. Oh man, who can I keep together? Who do I got to ship off? Who can or can't I re-sign? And we don't really have to worry about that because we ended up signing Agent C for $13 million, kicks in next year for pretty much the end of time. So we have him locked up for a little while. We have Christek locked up, which is huge. He's now in 91. So we may have found that piece to play with Agent C. He had like what, 70 assists, I'm pretty sure? Close to it. 67 assists, and he's only at an 80 passing. EA Sports, what is with your ratings? Cale Makar, we got locked up for a little while. The Germinator, we have to re-sign. Now Ryan Poehling, this is the thing I want to talk about. Everyone says he's going to drop. Now, I don't believe he is going to drop. I don't think he's going to drop to the 85, 86 you guys are thinking about. If he does drop, I only think it'll be 88. I don't think he's going to drop down. Now, this guy is fresh off of a 53-goal season, and we ended up giving him a contract extension, and he only wanted $2.75 million. Now, if he can stay at... It's kind of weird because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Guy just scored 50 goals, has a career high, and then he just only wants $2.7 million. Doesn't make a ton of sense, so I think you guys are right in the fact that he will drop. It's just by how much and how fast. Because if he's back to a third-line center, that sucks. We have some retooling to do. But we have a lot of money saved because we don't have to spend a lot of money on Ryan Poehling because maybe we broke the game. Maybe he is going to be 89 at $2.75 million. So we got a little bit of work to do. We got to re-sign Quinn Hughes. We got to re-sign Yakola. We got to re-sign the better Tkachuk, Trevor Tkachuk. We got to re-sign Comrie, all these guys. We got to give a few contracts out, and then we're all good for everything else. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling all right. I'm not going to say everyone is going to be back. I'm going to try to give a few players some contracts right now. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and give Hughes a contract. I just want to get as many people as I can done. So let's see if we can extend Hughes here. Let's see what he wants. So he does want an extension, so we can give him a little bit less. I was listening to you guys. You guys were saying you're overpaying. Let's see by how much. Let's say $6.4 million for 2 years is a pretty good contract for Quinn Hughes. We knocked it down a couple $100,000. Exact same thing with Trevor Tkachuk. Now, he's definitely proven he can be a second-line center. Ideally, he's the perfect third-line center. We have a bit of a center problem. I'm not going to say it's not really a problem, but it's something we have to think about. 4.4. Now, Yakola. I would love to keep Yakola, but I don't love him at $4 million, and he doesn't want an extension. So we'll have to wait on that. We'll just wait and see what we got to deal with here. And I think those are the only two guys I really want to worry about. Let's hop into the draft, get the re-sign stage done. We're going to go all the way to the start of next year in this episode. So let's go ahead here and start the draft. I think we're pretty good in all aspects. We don't really need anything in particular. I think if we want to get anything, let's stock up on either our goaltending prospect, because yeah, we have, you know, Dumont and we have the Brazilian butterfly, but they're not going to be around forever, and we got to worry about our AHL team as well. Now, ooh, look at Pronger, high franchise. Whew, Henry Pronger. This guy is going to be sick. Oh my god, a right-wing sniper. Oh man, this guy could learn from Agent C. No, I'm not going to trade for the franchise, even though I probably could right now if I was to give, let's say, if I was to just go ahead, hypothetically, all right, hypothetically, we go ahead and throw Cowan, we go ahead and throw one of our first-round picks. Sorry, we only have one this year. One, and then, I don't know, we go ahead and throw maybe, with a decent amount of trade value, like Boyce. Like, that might go through. It will go through, but I'm not going to do it. We don't need another top-tier sniper. We have that right now. We're good. So we're going to let LA have that pick, and we're going to stick with our first-round pick. Is there anyone else that I could really think about moving up to get? All the centers we have are pretty good. Any good wingers out there? I mean, all these guys are nice. We have a lot of defensemen, like... Maybe it would be nice to trade this pick. That would be something I would want to look at, because we don't really need it. Obviously, you need first-round picks, but you don't really need this pick coming off a Stanley Cup final and coming off all the prospects we have. Like, look at everyone that's not in the NHL right now. We got Ernest Wall, we got Stromberg, we got Kabanov, who will play this year, and he was pretty good last year as well. We got Houston, who's still playing. Boyce, we got Osgood, we got Beach, we got Kaputsa, who I don't know, he might make the team this year. He's 23. He's been hanging out for a little while. So we're pretty good on the prospect front. So let's see what we can do here, maybe about either moving up or trading the pick. So I think I'm going to get the re-sign stage done. I'm going to stick with where I'm at right now because we have everything in place. Obviously, Pronger's going to go first overall. I'm going to say he's going to be 83 out of the draft. 82. Oh, man. Medium franchise. Damn. But I think I'm going to stay put. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to see where I am. 2 firsts for Lindholm. No thanks. I'm going to see where I am come re-sign stage. We'll probably end up dealing the franchise goalie in this episode. For what? I don't really know yet. Low elite, medium elite. Damn, another medium elite. This could be a very stacked draft. Look at this guy, 70 overall. Damn, another medium elite. How many medium elites are in this draft? Is this just a medium elite draft? Everyone in the entire draft is a medium elite. Another one. Oh my god, I feel like DJ Khaled right now. Another one. Looks like from like 13 to 20, it was like just medium elites everywhere. Damn, look at Mathers as well. 74 overall at 17 years old. Whew, that's a pick right there. Hebert as well. That's a pretty damn nice selection. We got Chan. This is a very deep draft. My God. So number 2 was Rogers. Dwight Rogers. Fantastic name. Dwight Rogers, he's basically NHL ready. And Pronger, I definitely want to keep an eye out on this guy. Now, he's a division rival here in LA. So that's going to be fun to go up against Pronger with Agent C. That's kind of funny. All right, so let's make our first round pick here. Let's go ahead. I don't really need anything in particular. I mean, a forward, a defenseman, a goalie, it's all kind of the same to me. Is there any exact elites out there we can have a look at later on? No exact elites, so we're just drafting blind here a little bit. So let's go after something that I know we want. Let's go after another winger here. Jarvinen, Kari Jarvinen. We got Melvin Springes. That is the dumbest last name. Spring is. We got Rory McElhenney here. So I'm going to go with the Finn. I like the two-way forward. We don't got a ton of those. So let's go with a Finn here. He can maybe replace Jakola in a few years. Let's see what he is. If he's medium elite, that'd be awesome. Oh, God. 54 medium top 6. Not a great selection at all. So here's who we missed out on. That Springas guy would have been medium elite 60 overall. Damn. Oh, that's unfortunate. 68. God, Nashville's just getting those high overall guys. This guy 20 years old? Well, he's 19. So anyone else? Oh, even this guy would have been better. Even this guy. Anyone would have been better than what we picked. Oh, not a good pick at all. Esposito. Oh my God, low elite, 67 overall. That would have been better than our 54, whatever he is. Oh my God, that's a bad pick right there. We got Oli Pispanen. That's a terrible name. We got Bobkov, who's another 17-year-old. Is that the only defenseman available? We got Chouinard here. Pascal Chouinard, offensive defenseman, 18 years old. He's 5'8". He's pretty small. Let's go with him, all right? An offensive defenseman from the Q. Let's go ahead and see what he's looking like. Okay, medium top 6, 62 is not terrible. What do we miss out on? Fringe starter. I was looking at the goalies as well. So Bobkov, we definitely made the right selection there, not selecting him. Who was the other guy? There he is. So yeah, that was probably the best pick out of what we had available for us, unless there's like a 70 overall medium elite coming by really quick here, which with this draft probably is very possible. Doesn't look like it, and we actually have another pick as well. So if there's a goalie available, wouldn't mind selecting a goalie with our second pick, and it's a low fringe starter. Lexy Zakharov. That's a good name. That's a name I can get behind. And Zakharov flashes the leather. He's the best goalie available. Let's go with the goalie. All right, let's go with Zakharov, the Russian goalie. And he's a medium starter, 62. It's not terrible. It's not bad at all. JT Compher, we don't need you. We do not need you. Thank you, but no thank you. Doesn't look like we missed out on anything crazy. I think aside from the first round, the rest of the draft, oh, look at this guy, Tutu. He's a grinder, a 20-year-old grinder. We should have looked at that guy. Oh, man, Wade Tutu. All right, there he is. But it doesn't look like there's anything too crazy. They got a pretty good pick here with the Maple Leafs. They got a sniper. He's 20 years old. So drafting those 20-year-olds, get that high overall, man, that seems to be the game if you're looking for a player right now, which we aren't necessarily looking for a player right now, but let's see if there's a 20-year-old available here. We drafted a goalie, we drafted a forward, drafted a defenseman. Let's have some fun with it here. Let's go ahead and find a 20-year-old, hopefully in the 4th round. Can't find anyone too crazy, and I don't want to go super off the board, so we're going to go with a Finneganov, who's 6'4", 208. He's 18 years old, so he could have a decent overall, or he could be complete crap. 53. Yeah. It's all right. It's not great. Jake Virtanen for a first, Wade Ronning and Osgood. Sorry, for Boyce, not Osgood. I've been getting a lot of offers for Osgood, but Jake Virtanen, he's a really good power forward. He had 38 goals this year. I just don't really have a spot for him. If he was a center, that'd be awesome, but I just don't really have a spot. I kind of got that player in Chad Morrow and some, so I'm not too worried about that. Nashville is just killing the draft right now. High top 6, Derek Pura. They've drafted like a 70 overall, like a 68, a 66. They are just killing it right now. Nothing too crazy, bunch of 50s, bunch of mid 60 overall guys, nothing too wild. No medium, oh never mind, I was just going to say no medium elites, but there's one right there going to Buffalo. Let's see if we can get lucky here with Petrovicki, Lucas Petrovicki out of the SHL. He's an offensive defenseman, 6'2", 203. He is 20 years old, so I'm going to say he's going to be 67 out of the draft. Let's see. Maybe that's way too high. It's probably way too high, actually. Let's see. What's he looking like? He is 61. Okay, so I was kind of close, but you can definitely tell with the 20-year-olds are going to get a higher overall. But then, of course, Lawson Krause. Then, of course, that just means that they're already a few years into their development, where you could draft a guy who's like 68 overall and he's like 17 years old or something like that, where you could really have much more time to grow him. Oh my God, look at this. LA. Holy, there's a 20-year-old we should have drafted. Oh, man. Let's go with our last pick here, which is going to be Seth Bombers, an American sniper. He's 20 years old, so he could have a good overall. At this point, I mean, it's just kind of shooting in the dark, looking for high overalls. 66, medium top 9. That's not bad at all. That's really good, actually. There's another guy I was looking at as well. Who was it? Was it Crowder or Sharp? All these guys, I mean, pretty good picks here. Burgundy, 66. Yeah, late in the draft here, there is some steals going on. With the last pick in the 7th round, the Seattle Storm Bears are absolutely extremely proud to select from Sweden, Mats Hagelin, a big grinder. All right, what's he looking like? I can't see. He's low elite. Oh, damn, he was low elite with the last pick. There you go, drafting 101. All right, so Quinn Hughes said yes, that's awesome. And Tkachuk said yes as well. Could I go lower than a couple $100,000? Can I go like $1 million less? Like, I never really mess with contract extensions that much. So let's go ahead and have a look at what that Hagelin guy was looking like. I thought I saw like a 60 something low elite. Maybe I was crazy, but that could be awesome if he's that good. 59 low elite. It's not bad for the last pick in the draft. Vic Generous style, which we will talk about Vic Generous at the start of the year. So we got $24 million to work with. We got to re-sign Comrie, Yakola. We got to re-sign a few players. So it's not crazy, all right? We're going to have a lot of money to work with, which is great, which is awesome. Now look at Vagetti. There he is. What a beauty. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to re-sign Yakola. I might let Comrie walk because we have a few defensemen that are pretty much ready to go. What I mean by that is we have Makar, the Germinator, Hughes, Kabanov. I want Kabanov to get top 4 minutes next year. That's why I think, unfortunately, Comrie is going to have to go. And then we got this guy who I don't even know who he is. He's a low elite defensive defenseman, Igor Dimitrov. He just sounds terrifying. And then we got Kaputsa. So we're pretty much set for defense, and I really don't need Comrie. So I'm going to release Comrie. Thank you for your services. You've been one of the better defensemen out there for us. You've been consistently steady ever since you entered the NHL. A consistent 40-point guy. What else could you ask for? Unfortunately, I got to let the young kids play. 26 years old. Go cash in free agency. Thank you for everything you've done, but unfortunately, we're moving in a different direction. So we got $24 million to work with, so I can go ahead and I can work with that. So everyone is currently been offered a contract. Now, the only players I let go were Comrie, which kind of sucked. I did like Comrie a lot, and the other one was Ryan Murray, which obviously we had to get rid of. So that's fine. Everyone else got offered a contract. Our AHL team is going to look sick, by the way. We got Ernest Wall. We got a lot of guys coming up. We got Stromberg. We got a scary team there down in Tucson. So I think everyone should sign. I signed a lot of my low elites, a lot of these guys. Vic Generous, he's back. Yona Gadjevich said no. That's fine. Tkachuk, a bunch of these guys. So I ended up giving a ton of people contracts. So we're going to see a lot of people. That's fine. But Gadjevich, I think I'm going to say goodbye to. We have a lot of players that can come up that are way younger. He just won a cup, so he's going to go cash in on free agency. Yona Gadjevich, good luck, buddy. You didn't score a goal in the postseason, but you had 6 helpers en route to a Stanley Cup. So congratulations, good luck in free agency. Maybe he'll do what Jay Beagle did this year and take that Stanley Cup experience and go get a big old contract. So I got $19 million to work with, and Yakola wants $4 million. More than that. I offered him 4.2. He said no. Since I have the cap, I'm going to offer him 4.3. That's a lot for a third liner, but Yakola is the man. I really hope he does re-sign. Come on, that's a good amount of money for you. Rejected. Come on, Yakola. You're better than that. 4.5, and that's my highest offer. All right, Yakola, I'm not going over 4.5. Come on. All right, well, we'll revisit that in free agency. It's just one player. Now, I'm not going to make a crazy move in free agency unless there's just something that just makes way too much sense. Like there's a first-line center out there that just makes too much sense not to go after, and it looks like, ooh, there very well could be. Okay, all right, hold on here. So we got London, which I believe was the guy from LA. Yeah, that's right. He was a former top 10 pick. 93 passing, all right? 93 passing. Now, he's never played with a guy like Agent C, that's for sure. He's got back-to-back years of 51 points. He's been playing on an absolutely terrible team there in Los Angeles. Like, god-awful. Look at all those minuses. Never had a year where he's been a plus player. We've got Corson, who's from Buffalo, so another top 10. This guy's 5th overall. Looks like a more balanced player since coming into the NHL. He's a 35, 40-point guy, which isn't bad. I think I'm leaning more towards London at this point, and then Tyson Jost is another option. Now, he's a vet. I guess a vet, 31 years old. He's a goal scorer, though. We don't need a goal scorer. We need someone to feed the puck. Well, actually, technically, we don't really need someone who's just going to pass, because we have that in Christek, and it looks like it does work out. But maybe Lundin can really work out. Maybe him or Jost, they're just really good options. Either one of these players, I mean, you're looking to get a really good player. Have a look at this guy. Can you believe that the New York Rangers would let this guy walk? 21 years old, 85 overall, excuse me, and he's on an entry-level deal. I have to give him a contract. I have to. Oh my God, if he signs with us, can you imagine? This guy, oh my God, this guy could be so good. Why would you let him walk? What sense does that make at all? Oh my God, that's just easy money right there. So Yakola wants 4.1. I'm gonna offer him what I offered him before. We'll go 4.4. Oh, 4.5 for 1 year. Okay, there you go, Yakola. There you go. Now, Jost, Corson, or Lundin. Now, do I wait and maybe figure out what we're going to do once maybe Renberg signs, and then we can maybe package winger we already have plus the goalie, because we are kind of sitting on a gold mine with the goalie. I feel like I should just wait, and I should sign this goalie right away. There you go, easy money. I think I'm going to wait till the start of the year, and I'm going to see what's out there. Any one of these three players would be great, but I'm sitting on a gold mine right now. I have to cash in on this goalie. We have our backup. We have everything ready for next year. I don't need this goalie right now. I do not need Cowan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hope Renberg signs. That would be absolutely sick. Jack Roslovic, we've talked about him before. No thank you. Patrick said yes. Come on. Yakola said yes. Oh, Renberg went to the Canucks. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm looking for a team that has a better mix of players. You're from Sweden. What Swedes do we have? We don't have any Swedes. Shit. That sucks. Oh, man, he goes to Vancouver. That is terrible. Well, I definitely want to keep an eye out on him. That's going to be a really cool player to have a look at. But I have a bit of time here. I can wait, which is nice. I can afford to wait until the start of the year. Let's see how the team's looking, and let's see what we can work with here, because I'm sitting on a gold mine. I might as well cash in. My decision is also going to be in the factor whether Ryan Poehling decides to drop, or if he stays at 89 for $2.75 million, which none of you guys think he's going to do. Let's see. Let's go to the start of the year. So the Minnesota Wild want to offload Alex Wennberg. Okay, now he is coming towards the end of his career, 34 years old, but we acquired Ovi when he was like 36, and he ended up having 125 points for us. Not saying that's going to be the same thing, but Wennberg is a pretty damn good center. Plus, they want to throw Akil Thomas our way, which is a good fourth liner, and Connor Murphy, yeah, who's pretty much irrelevant at this point, just a salary cap dump. It's kind of crazy that teams are offering us a salary cap dump because we can afford it with this team. Honestly, like, I'm not all about giving myself pats on the back, but I feel like I should, man. We got $20 million in cap space, and we have this team. I feel like I've done a pretty good job. All right, here we go. Agency killed it in the preseason. 7 goals in 7 games. What a monster. So I haven't looked at the rosters yet. Let's see what we're working with. So Ryan Poehling is still an 88. Okay, people think he's going to drop. I don't think so. He dropped a little bit, but still an 88 overall player for 2.75. Have you ever seen anything like that? That's insane. The thing here is we need a legitimate first-line center. We need it, no question. And is Houston going to be that guy? How much longer can I wait? Do I have time to wait one more year? Then we can just kind of go like this. Do I have time for that? Because Tkachuk's listed as a third liner. I don't want to overplay him. Poehling's listed as the second liner, but he can get the job done. Morrow and Christek are hanging out there. They're doing their job. Yakola, Houston, and who? Who are you? Graham Molson comes out of nowhere, makes the team out of camp, Tyroning style. Ended up playing 7 games last year. We brought him up in the, no, not in the postseason. Where was he? Did he start in the NHL? Maybe he did. I don't remember. Who is this guy? Who are you? Graham Molson, okay. And then Nick Beach, who I knew. I actually went to high school with a guy named Nick Beach, which is kind of funny. Never realized his name was Nick, but Nick Beach, there you go. My former grade 10 science partner, Nick Beach. There he is. I feel like everyone knows a guy named Nick Beach, but he is a second round pick from us a few years ago. He's 22, so he's definitely NHL ready. 6'5", 221. I love this fourth line. Ronning, Messier, Beach. That's fantastic. Now, who do we have scratched? That's another question here. Who is scratched? Anyone I got to send down? Vic Generous. Now, there's some comments. There's a few comments saying Vic Generous deserves to be on your team. He's a legend. I wouldn't go and throw out the L word as easy as that, but I don't know if we have room for him. I need to trade a center, and I don't know who to trade. Ideally, I'd like Houston to be gone, which I don't really want to say that because we traded a lot for him. He's a former first overall pick. Oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to make a trade for a first liner. I don't know. Maybe I should make a trade. We don't really need to make a trade. That's the thing. Our team is stacked. Oh, man, look at Dumont as well. He's listed as a starter, and he's 87. Oh man, this is a goaltending tandem from hell right now. What am I going to do? And we have Cowan, who's NHL ready. He's a backup. What do? I have 3 starting goalies, and I have too many good centers, a lot of starting goalies. Our wingers are fine. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. We have a lot of trade value on our hands right now. Look at Renberg, man. This guy is the real deal. I would love to get this guy. Oh, man, I can't believe you signed with Vancouver. Oh, my God. Renberg. It's because the Twins played there, isn't it? That's not fair. Looks like the Knights went out and signed Tyson Jost. Yeah, because they need Tyson Jost. First round exit. Now, I'm glad Buffalo got rid of Corson because now they only have 3 first-line centers. A player I would absolutely love to pick up would be Nathan MacKinnon, obviously. He's coming to the tail end of his career, hasn't won a cup yet. I would love to get MacKinnon. I would love to get Nathan MacKinnon. That would be so good. Plus, he led the league in points a few years ago with 116. So he's still very much elite. Do you imagine MacKinnon? And oh my God, I got to make this trade go through. Because realistically, how much longer do we have in this franchise mode? How much longer? Do we have enough time where we're going to wait for Houston? I don't really think so. So say I trade Houston, okay? That still doesn't really solve our center problem. That just brings Ryan Poehling down. And then Tkachuk's going to play the third line. I guess it does technically solve our problems. Now, Houston, there's a lot of people in the comments telling me to get rid of him. He's a good prospect. He's 22. I really want to see what MacKinnon and Agent C can do together. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on. This isn't super unrealistic either because it looks like Colorado Avalanche, since they traded away Makar and they got bounced in the postseason last year, they're not contenders, right? So they're in a mini, tiny rebuild, a mini one, just a baby rebuild. All right, so let's say they get rid of MacKinnon and they get a future first-line center in Houston. We traded him Backer, who's a good starting goalie, but Cowan's really going to light the fire under Backer's ass to really be the next big thing. So let's go ahead and shop him there. So we could actually get a little bit here since we have the cap space as well. This could be huge. This could be so much fun. Imagine having Nathan MacKinnon and Agent C on the same line together. Oh my God. Ryan Poehling on the second. Oh my God, this team. So this is a move that does make sense for us. We're going for another Stanley Cup. Let's go ahead and acquire Nathan MacKinnon. 34 years old. He's been here his entire career. Next year, the year after, he's going to go down. So why would they hold on to this guy? And then they get a future first-line center in Houston and a future franchise goalie, which is something that teams don't come by very often. Now, center-wise, they're a little bit weak. I admit that. Especially with where we are in the franchise mode, it kind of makes sense. I mean, we've had a lot of fun with this. Let's have some more fun. Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's acquire Nathan MacKinnon for the first line. How long have we been searching for that first-line center? Ever since Dylan Strome got shipped off to Ottawa, we've been bouncing through players in and out, in and out. Imagine Christek, MacKinnon, and Agent C. It has to happen. It absolutely absolutely has to happen. So Houston and Cowan, I can talk them up as much as I want, but you guys already know the story. We got McKinnon, Walker, and a first. Now, I think that should go through. I'd like the first as well. If I can get another prospect as opposed to the first, you can keep your picks. Keep all your picks. That's fine. Give me a prospect. Give me someone young, someone up and coming. Now, let's acquire Jody Graham. Let's acquire him back. He is a left wing power forward, a big dude, 6'5", 208. He was a former first-round pick of, you guessed it, the Seattle Storm Bears. We traded him in the trade that sent Forsberg over to the Colorado Avalanche, and then we obviously got a familiar face that Nathan MacKinnon is going to know, and that is Cale Makar. So Houston, Cowan for Walker, Graham, and Nathan MacKinnon. Trade accepted. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Colorado, so we are accepting your trade offer. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan MacKinnon is a Seattle Storm Bear. Now, I can already see the comments. He's 34 years old. What are you doing? I don't know how much longer I have with this franchise mode. Ryan Poehling went down actually to an 87. He wasn't super stoked on that trade. Okay, everyone kind of went down a little bit, so maybe they weren't super stoked on seeing Cowan go. But look who you got, Nathan MacKinnon. I can already see the comments, people freaking out. It's fine, trust me. We're going for another cup. We're going for as many cups as we possibly can. We're going for cups. Now, I don't have a spot for Vic Generous. I just don't think I have a spot for Vic Generous. So we're going to go ahead and throw him in the AHL. It's not to say he won't be back. I'm just saying I don't have a spot for him right now. But Nathan MacKinnon, Christech, and Agent C. Oh my God. Like, this power play is not even fair. Brodziak, McKinnon, Agent C, Poehling, Christech, Mora. Like, that's just not fair. That is not fair, and I do not care whatsoever. AHL team's looking sick. We are all good to go. Let's have a look at our AHL team. Their defense is looking really good. I want to make these two guys the number one pairing, Wall and Stromberg. And in the cage, the man, the myth, the legend, James Vagetti. All right, there he is, James Vagetti. So let's talk about Nathan MacKinnon. Obviously, 34 years old. He's been with the Avalanche his entire career. I want this to kind of be a situation where maybe it's like an Ovechkin all over again, where he's still putting up crazy numbers, but he comes to a new team and he immediately just lights it up like no one's ever seen before. 34 years old. You can see this guy put up some serious numbers. Now, I'm just getting word right now that Nathan MacKinnon jerseys are sold out for the opening game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're sold out. You cannot buy a Storm Bear MacKinnon jersey. Oh my God, they're flying off the shelves. Let's go. Game number one with Nathan MacKinnon. Kind of a surprise. I knew I wanted a first line center, but I didn't think it would be Nathan MacKinnon, but I'm happy it is. Let's go. Period number one, and Kabanov starts it off before we can even start this thing. First shot, first goal. It's a good start to the year. Period number one, 3-1. Kabanov, Tkachuk, the better Tkachuk, and Agent C score. There you go. Period number two. All right, still 3-1. Let's not blow the lead. There you go. Brodziak gets one, and this guy scored from center ice because of course he did. Let's get 10 games of simulation done, and then I want to see the points. I want to see how everyone's doing. At this point in the franchise mode, I don't really have time to wait for a guy like Houston to grow. We paid a lot to get him. It worked out a little bit, but not really. So let's go here. Let's go up to the Bruins game. Let's see what kind of numbers Nathan MacKinnon. So we have Big Mac and we have Nate Mac. All right, so we got a couple of Macs going on our squad right now. We're 3-0 up against Dylan Strome and the Ottawa Senators. And can we make it 4-0? Oh, we lose 1-0. doesn't look like we're having that issue of losing by 1 goal. Aside from the Ottawa game, we've pretty much handled every team with ease right now. Oh my god, the shutouts are real. Holy, that is 3 straight shutouts. Oh my god. Okay, so 3 straight shutouts. Okay, hold on. Let's do some math here. In 9 games, we've allowed 9 goals, and we're 8-1. That is insane. Holy crap. Okay, 8-1-0. This is going to be a fun year, boys. This is going to be a very, very fun year. Let's go game number 10 against the Bruins, and Ty freaking Ronning straight out of camp, straight into the rafters where his jersey is already retired. The first time in NHL history a player's jersey has been retired before he even retires. There you go. Ty Ronning, what a beauty. Number 7, hanging in the rafters. He points to it right after he scores. Period. Number 2. All right, we're down. Okay, we're down somewhere we haven't been, but we tie it up. Agency, and in overtime, Lidman scores from center ice. Because, of course he did. That's fine. 2 of my favorite guys scored, Agent C and Ty Ronning. What am I worried about? And Agent C, back to his old ways, almost a goal per game. I love to see it. That's awesome. Looks like him and McKinnon are working very well together. It's going to be a very fun year. This could be like an Ovechkin kind of year. Brodziak's having a great year as well. Christek, 9 helpers. He loves the assists. Ryan Paling's got 7 points. He's down to an 87, so you guys are right. He did drop, but still, $2.7 million for 87 overall is a bit ridiculous. Morrow, Messier, Hughes, Beach, there you go. Ty Ronning, 4 points in 10 games. Looks like the point totals are definitely up, which is exciting to see, that's for sure. Molson hasn't scored yet. Kind of concerned Trevor Tkachuk's only got 3 points. It's a little bit interesting. Morrow and Brodziak are doing great, so I don't know if it's the center. I don't know what's going on there, but there's all the rookies. We have 4 rookies in the lineup, and as for goaltenders, we got Big Mac, who's 7-1 with 3 shutouts, and Asemo Dumont, he's got a 1-0 record with a goals against average of 1. All right, and Big Mac, yeah, you know, he's got a goals against average of 1.22. That is ridiculous. We will have a look at that Pronger guy as well. Here he is, actually. He's got 4 points in 10 games. And anyone else, any standout rookies here? 8 points in 8 games for this guy, who is a low elite, 86 overall. Damn, looking good over there in Montreal, that's for sure. Gonna have a look at Cowan as well. Apparently Dumont is still a rookie, 24 years old, that's fine. And it looks like he hasn't got a start yet, so throughout the first 10 games, Felix Pox, oh god, he stinks. He is so smelly, oh my god. So Mantha, Pox, and Dylan Larkin are going off right now. Okay, good to know. Good to know. There's some scoring competition out there, but as for goals, we are number 1, numero uno, baby. All right, so that's gonna be the end of this episode. Kind of a weird twist there. I didn't really expect to trade for Nathan McKinnon, but we did, and that was fun. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. I can already tell in the comments there's gonna be mixed reactions. Oh, you know, you shouldn't have got McKinnon because this and because that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna say, you know what? We're in episode 50 something. This is episode 53, which is crazy. We've had our realistic fun with this. Let's just go ahead. Let's go out with a bang. I'm not saying I'm going to end the series here, but let's see what we can do. Let's put up some numbers. We have the best player in the world at Agent C, 28 years old in his prime. Let's give him someone to play with, all right? We gave him Ovechkin in the past. We gave him Clayton Keller. It's been a lot of fun giving players, good players to play with, and that's something I really enjoy doing. So here's a quick look here at, where is he? At Houston, 2 points in 8 games. Poor guy. And as for goalies, he hasn't even got a start yet. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Vic Generous, I'm sorry I didn't have a spot for you.